I never went to a strip club for women. I always went to strip clubs for guys.
What? Think about back in the day how we used to have a lot of fun just dancing in the clubs. Like going to the club used to be something fun to do. Get drinks, dance with your friends, you know, there's like a circle, there's that one person doing the crazy dance. Like it was just fun to do. But today we're going to be talking about Cam Newton saying that he only goes to the strip club for men. Let's look at that clip real quick.
I never went to a strip club for women. I always went to strip clubs for guys.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No
I went to a strip club.
No diddy. I'm a competitor. I wasn't gonna spend no money if I didn't see nobody else spending money. As soon as I seen somebody thinking that they got money, okay, you spending 5, I'm gonna spend 6. If you gonna spend 10, I'm gonna spend 15. And then we're gonna have a rain off.
Yeah, I love it.
So
I said you do that in Onyx.
So that's my whole thing. It's like, I don't go to strip clubs for chicks, even though I want decoration. I was a competitor, still am a competitor, to think like, nigga, you think you got it, but you don't got it. That 15 that you making, I'ma spend my 15 and I'ma make it back easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing.
Just to say this story, because I got this story on you.
Talk to me.
At Onyx, you was at the top, you said these exact same fucking words.
Straight up.
You said, oh, he want to play. I got it. I'm having it. I'm going to make this back tomorrow.
Does Cam Newton know that he's Cam Newton? Like, you know you don't have nothing to prove to anybody, especially not a dude throwing money in a strip club. But y'all know me. I'm all about the why. So I have to ask Cam Newton why. Why is watching another man on his last 1,000 try to keep up with you, knowing you are a celebrity, you're an ex-athlete, so clearly you have money? Why is watching him walk out broke something that feels good to you? Like, does that make you feel like a champion? And if so, why encourage people that you know don't have the same amount of money that you have to make dumb decisions with their money? Now, I know a lot of people is going in on Cam Newton about the fact that he's at the strip club and he's not worried about the women, the naked women. No, he's more so worried about the guys. Yeah, that's one thing to be said. I feel like that's obviously just weird, but I want to go deeper into the mindset of somebody that is thinking like this in the club or just having this level of ego. And we're going to dive real deep into the ego mindset that goes behind clubbing as well. So again, why encourage these bad habits that people have in the club to somebody that you know doesn't have the same money as you? That's like LeBron James going to a middle school and dunking on them and then posting the video talking about, yo, I just violated these middle schoolers. Like, LeBron, don't you have something better to be doing? Like, let these kids be kids. You're on a whole nother level. You're on a whole nother tax bracket. Let these ignorant dudes do what they do with their money. But why are you in your big tax bracket? Are you going to the strip club to be in competition with other men? Those girls that are on the show with him, they're strippers. So of course they're like, yes, love it. Because they see it. They see guys like you coming from the parking lot. They're like, oh, they gonna get in competition. They gonna throw money on us and we gonna leave with all this money. Only people that win is not you. It's not the guy that leaves broke because he can't keep up with a Cam Newton. It's the strippers. They wind up taking all that money. The club, they make all that money from you buying all these bottles. They're the winners, not you, not him. You get no points for outriching a broke man, which is why I say wealth is not what you own. Wealth is your mindset. It is how you think. The simple fact that Cam Newton is even into this type of thing, it tells you a lot about his spending habits. He does a lot of ego spending. Before we go into ego spending, let me give you the definition of what an ego is. The ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. So just like Cat Williams says, self-esteem is esteem of your motherfucking self. All right? So it's basically something that you feel about you. It's how you feel about you. But if your ego is fragile, instead of you feeling good about you, you need others to feel good about you so you can feel good about you, which is where your ego could become a problem. Now, let me show you what ego spending is. This is what a lot of people do, especially when they get some money. I have fell a victim to this. This is why I'm able to talk about this, because I did research on it because I didn't want to lose my money. Ego spending is the act of buying things to make a statement or to impress others rather than to meet a need, like buying a luxury car that you can't afford, splurging on expensive clothes, spending thousands on a wedding to fulfill a dream, taking financial risks in hopes make you feel happy. See, the problem with ego spending, it isn't just the spending part, but instead it's the feeling you get after you spend the money, as if you actually did something, which is when your ego lies to you and tell you, yes, you just did something great. See, these type of habits is why a lot of athletes and rappers go broke. They get their first meal and they want to show everybody. They have to keep up with a certain image. And once you're in that image, it's real hard to come down for that image. The only way you can come down is by, oh yeah, you know, I got saved or I started making better decisions. And now you got to tell everybody why. Because you have now attached your self-esteem to these things, to these actions, to people seeing you throw money and you being in competition with pouring out bottles in the club. Like, your ego is attached to these things. So your ego is telling you, yo, you're the man. You the man. Your self-esteem is being boosted from you doing these things. But when you have a strong sense of self, you won't make these decisions out of impressing other people. But I want to dive even deeper into the club mindset. Now I'm gonna speak on Atlanta. Going out to the club in Atlanta looks just like this. You're spending at least 30 to 45 for parking. They usually say something like this: 30 in the back, 45 in the front for parking, right? Then once you get to the door, they could charge you anywhere from $30 to $60 just for entry. And this is all while you just waited in a long ass line. And if you're like me, I like to sit down. So they'll tell you, if you want to sit down, you got to sit in a section. The bars ain't gonna have no chairs. You got to sit in a section, and to get a section is $250 to $450 a bottle. And usually you got to have at least like 2 bottles per section just for you to get in and realize that, damn, everybody's just holding up the wall. They got their back against the wall, holding their cup, just looking around like this, bouncing their head maybe. Some dudes got on shades even though it's nighttime. The girls is just on their phones. And you just ask yourself, like, yo, what is this? Like, why are all the guys mean mugging, looking like they ready to fight or something like that? Why are the girls only dancing when their homegirl is recording them? After their homegirl puts their camera down, the girls just stop dancing. Like, are we not all out here to have fun? Like, is that not the thing? Is that no longer the intentions of going out, listening to music and dancing? Like, what happened to that? So again, I always ask myself, why? Why go through all of that hassle just to sit on somebody's IKEA couch that they charge you $1,000 for? Why did you leave your house? Why did you beat your face? Why did you pay so much for parking? Why did you pay so much to get in? Why? If you don't want to dance. If you don't want to dance and you just want to stand there and look around. Well, the real reason is people just like to be seen. Dudes like to go out and spend money on these bottles and spend money that they don't really have just to impress those that are around. They're not trying to talk to the girls because they know the girls is not trying to talk to them. Most of the girls are only at the club just to make Instagram videos. And as soon as the Instagram video goes off, like I said, they're done for the night. But all the while, the people on their Instagram is like, oh my God, she look like she having so much fun. That person at home now has FOMO, as if they're missing out. Just for them to go out and find out, damn, like, y'all don't be having fun. Y'all just be posting, make it seem like y'all having fun. So the men are in their ego spending to impress the ladies and to impress the guys as well. The ladies are just trying to have a cute picture and curve as many guys as they can to boost their self-esteem. Meanwhile, the only person that is winning is the club. People really need to check their why on why do they do the things that they do. It'll really expose the inner conflict and save them a lot of money in the long run. So the next time you're about to buy something that's really expensive, ask yourself, what will happen to me if I don't buy this? Like, will I feel different about myself tomorrow? Like, if I don't buy this, will I get a little bit taller? Would I be a little bit better if I buy this? Like, ask yourself, do I need this thing? Or what is my reasons for buying it? And make sure none of those reasons are attached to impressing other people. Once again, I'm speaking from personal experience. I have a BMW i8, right? That BMW is really nice to other people. Right? To me, it's just a car. When I first got it, it was like this is the car that I'm like everybody gonna know I'm on a different echelon now. I'm doing really good. I've had the car for like 4 or 5 years. It's nothing new. But over time, it just became a car. It literally just became a car, teaching me that impressing somebody or getting a compliment from somebody else lasts like 10 seconds. Thing about it is most people keep their compliments up here. So if you're doing stuff for compliments, a hater's never gonna tell you. A hater's never gonna tell you the truth for real. You should be spending that money to multiply that money. Because I guarantee by the end of that year, I think I ran out of that money that I had that year. I went crazy. Now the second time around when I was able to come up on some good money on some business ventures, I learned, bro, that was ego spending, which is why I'm able to talk about this. And it's just effed up to me that celebs are in competition with people they know is not on their level, throwing money in the club. I feel like at a certain tax bracket, you should be setting the example of, I know that's fun, but bro, you could be doing something different with your money. I'm gonna end this video up by saying this. One of my bros the other day, in the group chat, mind you, I am a married man. So I'm not in the clubs no more unless I'm with my wife or something. And the same goes for her. Now, I'll go to a bar, I'll go bowling, I'll have fun with my bros. Don't get me wrong. But again, that ain't something I'm doing. So anyways, the other day, one of my bros put in the group chat to my other homies, yo, we got a section at Opium for $2K, for $2,000. They get to the club and it's a long ass line. Needless to say, they got in the club by like 1:30, had to leave by 3:30. That means that the people that they was with, a lot of my bros wound up not going. I think like one bro went because he knew the person that was, running it. But I'm just thinking like, yo, people are willing to put together $2,000 for a couch for 2 hours. But if I ask you to invest, and I'm not talking about my bros right now, I'm just saying in general, just the mindset of this. If I ask you to invest in something, you better be willing to put it up. If y'all can put money together to sit on a damn IKEA couch for $2,000 and all y'all butts can't even fit on this seat, that is ridiculous. But hey man, it's been your boy Top Boogie. Cam Newton, you got to get out of your ego. You are Cam Newton. Start acting like it. You are not the common guy that's just walking around Atlanta trying to prove something to yourself. A lot of these dudes in Atlanta that is throwing all this money in the clubs, they are trying to fill a void. They're trying to fill a void. Y'all, if y'all don't know already, I really love psychology. I know we could look at everything on the surface level and be like, man, Cam Newton is trying to impress guys and not the women. Yeah, y'all see that. I hear the mindset. Like, what is the mindset behind this shit? And then the other guy, like, what about him? Like, what are they thinking to even have this level of competition? And honestly, people that do things like this in public, they're doing it to feel like the man for the night, just to go back to their life where they feel like a no one. And don't be dismayed at the fact that Cam Newton has a lot of money, so you would expect him to be confident and feel like he's the man, in his world. But his actions show otherwise. Like, why are you doing the things you're doing? Which is why I say wealth is not money. Wealth is a mindset. A millionaire is no longer a millionaire if he spends $1. I'm gonna leave that there. Hey man, it's been your boy Top Boogie. Until next time, man, I'm out of here.